We often experience moments that challenge us, inviting us to look beyond the surface and explore the depths of our existence. Spiritual awakening, though sometimes painful, offers us the opportunity to find a deeper meaning in our lives. Throughout this journey, we discover that chaos can be the precursor to clarity, and that light emerges from the shadows. Every step is akin to a chapter in the story of our evolution. Although each path is unique, we share a common quest to understand who we truly are. In the journey of spiritual awakening, the first step plunges us into chaos, a whirlwind of unexpected events that shakes our world to its very foundations. It's as if the universe delivers a cosmic slap, abruptly pulling the rug out from under us. This chaos can manifest in various ways. Perhaps a relationship collapses, an accident redefines your life, or a sudden illness strikes. These unforeseen events serve as the catalyst that triggers an internal rupture, a moment of revelation where we realize that our ego was never truly in control to begin with. On the other hand, some people experience what can only be described as a spontaneous or graceful awakening, an effortless and natural realization, free from tragedy or agony. A prime example is the renowned spiritual teacher and author, Michael Singer, who found enlightenment while simply sitting in his living room. The fundamental lesson here is that suffering is not a prerequisite for spiritual growth. Increasingly, people are experiencing spontaneous awakenings, signaling a profound shift in the collective human consciousness. This encouraging trend shows us that transformation does not always need to come through pain, but can occur as naturally as the dawn of a new day. Regardless of the path you take toward awakening, whether through chaos or grace, one constant remains: the beginning of deep existential questions. Is this all there is to life? What is my true purpose? These questions draw you away from a superficial existence, inviting you to explore the deeper meaning of life. Recognize your awakening as a sacred call to a more meaningful life. It's not just a waking up to a new day. It's an awakening to a new life, a new you. This is your call to break free from the illusions that have kept you asleep, to emerge from your cocoon, and to rise as the magnificent being you were always destined to be. After the chaos, we reach the phase of ecstasy, a golden hour of the soul. In this chapter, everything is bathed in a warm, radiant light. Imagine a world where you not only feel alive, but also perceive yourself as an integral part of the cosmos, connected to everything around you. Here, the world becomes a vibrant palette of colors. The trees whisper secrets, the birds sing your favorite melodies, and the flowers seem to bloom just for you. You are flooded with joy, excitement, and a variety of positive emotions that you may not have felt in years. Why does this stage feel so incredibly joyful? The answer is simple: your heart is awakening. For many, this is the first time they are truly in tune with their heart. As it awakens, it becomes the seat of emotions such as compassion, connection, and all-encompassing love. But the most fascinating part begins here. At this stage, you start to feel guided as if an invisible hand is shaping your path. Synchronicities become your new norm, and your intuitive abilities sharpen, resonating with choices and directions that align with your soul's purpose. Moreover, spiritual gifts begin to emerge at this stage, talents you may never have known you possessed. This could be a sudden ability to deeply understand people or a newfound talent for healing energies. It's hard not to get attached to this stage. It feels like a perpetual honeymoon with your soul. However, like all honeymoons, this stage has an expiration date. Many make the mistake of believing they are in a permanent state of bliss, when in reality, it is just a beautiful chapter in a multifaceted journey. Do not resist the ascent and flow of this journey. Your next step might be the dark night of the soul. Visualize this moment as if you were immersed in a vast space, the night of the soul, where you find yourself between the old you and the new you. You may feel a lack of direction, and that's normal. In this phase, you might experience what I call the void. It's not a void of absence, but a space where you are between the old self and the new self. You may feel a lack of direction, a spiritual crisis characterized by a loss of meaning, uncertainty, despair, and deep doubts about your place in the universe. This is not just a bad day or a tough moment. It's an emotional and spiritual upheaval that feels like a dismantling of the self. But it's crucial to understand that this is not an end but a phase of recalibration. Your soul is integrating everything you have learned, preparing the stage to emerge as a renewed being. During this phase, you might feel inclined toward deep reflection, journaling, or activities such as walking in nature, absorbing its healing powers. It's a time for self-love, allowing the change to take root within you. Remember, this void is also the phase where you might discover latent talents, gifts, and passions that were buried beneath your old ego and life circumstances. You begin to listen more clearly to the call of your heart, and following this call will guide you like nothing else. Once you are ready, once your soul feels that you have had enough rest, you will begin to emerge from the void, and you will be magnificent. Your beliefs, mentality, and even your physical reality may have changed. If you look at this life and find yourself in the midst of a dark night or entering the void, I want you to know that you are not alone. The journey may seem long, and you might feel impatient to reach the end, but trust the process. Do not rush the stages. Each has its lesson, and every lesson is a rung on the ladder to the next level of your spiritual evolution. Your soul is wise. It knows what you can handle and what lessons you need to learn. So let's breathe together. If you have overcome the dark night and the void, let me tell you something. You are stronger than you ever imagined. You have traversed the trenches of your soul and found your way to what I like to call the foundation. This period is like the dawn after a long night, a time of self-care and acceptance. During this time, you are likely to find an inner peace that you haven't felt in a long time. This is the result of allowing transformations to occur in the void, a process of internal healing and reconstruction. Here, your spiritual journey begins to feel less like a roller coaster and more like a leisurely drive through rolling hills. Although the terrain may still be uneven, you now have a solid steering wheel, your intuition, and reliable wheels, your newfound wisdom. This period of spiritual stability is like arriving at a tranquil beach after being buffeted by the winds of your internal turmoil. You are no longer struggling to survive. You are beginning to build something from the raw materials your soul has offered you. Now you are different. Your perspectives have changed. You have tasted desperation and hope, isolation and unity. These experiences have not merely passed through you, they have become part of you, contributing to a more fortified version of yourself. At this stage, relationships often take on new textures and dimensions. You may resonate with a frequency that may not match everyone from your past, and that's okay. You are not leaving them behind, you are moving forward, and those who are meant to be in your life will catch up. This is also the time when your purpose becomes much clearer. You have left behind the expectations of society, family, and even your own past dreams that no longer serve you. You are free to see what truly matters to you. It's as if the universe clears the fog and says, "Here it is, this is the path." Although this is a quiet moment, do not mistake it for a state of stagnation. It's more like the deep silence under a turbulent ocean surface. You live life perhaps as you always have, but in the depths of your soul, everything is different. You also begin to manifest more effectively. Remember, you are now operating at a higher frequency. The things you attract into your life, the experiences, people, and opportunities will be more aligned with your authentic self. And because you have gone through tough times, you now appreciate every little thing. Every small detail can feel like a blessing, a gift from the universe to the new you. You have graduated from each phase of your awakening, ready to face the world with your new wisdom. Imagine yourself as a growing tree. You have moved through each phase like a young bud aspiring to reach the sky, but now you have bloomed into a complete and peaceful entity. Your journey is unique, and every experience, every challenge, and every moment of joy has contributed to the person you are today. Like a strong and rooted tree, you are not just living, you are thriving, and in doing so, you help the world around you thrive as well. Every phase had its beauty and lessons, shaping you into a wiser and stronger individual. Remember, just as a tree doesn't grow only upwards, but also roots deeply into the earth, your spiritual growth requires both reaching new heights and grounding deeply. Both are essential for a balanced and fulfilling life. Your spiritual journey may not follow exactly the stages we've explored here. Each of us has our unique path. So, embrace your journey, no matter what stage you find yourself in. This message is here to remind you that you are not alone, that every phase has its purpose, and that your wise and knowing soul will guide you to what you need to learn. If this message resonates with you, I invite you to share it with your loved ones so that everyone can find inspiration and comfort in their own spiritual journey. I wish you a beautiful day filled with peace and realization. Thank you for joining us on this journey of awakening.